Should I flip the timer?
Sure. Flip the timer. Ready.
All right.
And I'm gonna clap when you flip it. And action.
What's up?
Just quarantining. Just
Yeah.
your typical pandemic day.
Ugh. Yeah. And all that comes with the pandemic days.
Yeah.
How are you living these days? How are you feeling?
I wish I could work out some more and
Mhm.
play some more ball, be with people. But for what I have to work with, I'm not doing bad right now.
Hmm. Making the most of it.
Yeah, gotta make the most of it. Make the most of every day, no
Same.
matter what happens.
Yeah.
At least I strive to do that.
Mhm.
Yeah. How about yourself?
Whew. I'm living my life like it's golden,
Mhm.
and
Live my life like it's golden.
realizing that I still have so much left to learn. I'm doing a lot of reflection lately because I am on this 30 days till 30 binge, and I'm on
30
day
days till 30.
years old.
Oh, another
30
decade.
revolutions around the sun.
Let's
I'm
get
just
it.
like, whew, where has the time gone? And whew, a lot of time has gone by.
They say life is short, but it's actually the longest thing you'll ever do.
Facts. That is
Bars.
so, yeah, that's so true. And I'm I'm really happy to be here still. I've been saying that a lot lately, and it still rings very true for how I'm feeling right now in this time. And yeah, reminiscing on where the last 30 years have taken me and what has brought me to this point now, and intending to honor all of that, and still feeling very much nervous about like, what does this next chapter have in store if this is what has happened before, and also feeling very invigorated too, and excited that there's just more living to do, and that I get to share beautiful moments with people that I love and care about. And I've just learned so much along the way. And so if there's opportunities to share what I've learned, I want to take them and definitely pursue them.
Mm.
But yeah, it's been a lot of reflection this year, I think, in general, due to COVID and this so-called opportunity to slow down. And yeah, I'm just really sitting with a lot of things these days, and slowing down is something that is so unusual of a feeling, but I'm really grateful for how I'm bending into it nowadays. I think that I didn't know how to slow down before. And in fact, prior to COVID happening, I don't think I really slowed down in over 10 years when I look back at it all. At least these last this last decade in my 20s, it was not living very slow. It was always go 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 go. And whew, here we are.
That American conditioning, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that because I'm the same way too. Just on the go or wanting to do something all the time, or feeling like I need to be doing something, or I'm not being productive. And this concept of time equals productivity is been so ingrained in my parents and my parents' parents and myself. And so yeah, the quarantine has definitely allowed me to reflect on that and to practice doing nothing. You know, it's been some days I have to actively force myself to do nothing.
Oh my gosh.
It is wild to have to do that, but I'm glad I have the opportunity now to do that. And it's been nice. It's been good for my soul. Yeah.
It's a lot of conditioning to unlearn. Have you been feeling guilty at all for resting? I know I have. I wanted to ask if you were at all.
Sometimes I feel like when all this went down, I didn't have time to rest. You know, it was when I stepped away from my 9 to 5.
Mm.
It was like, you know what? Let me rest. I don't gotta wake up early. I don't got to feel some sort of anxiety or force my body to get out of bed before it's ready. That's always been. I know there's been a couple of times whether I like stay up late or I'm just like really tired and I got like work in the morning and then the alarm on my phone goes off and
Snooze.
yeah, you ever had that feeling when like your brain is up, your face is up, but your body's still asleep, and then you try to get out the bed and you kind of just collapse,
Fumble, yes.
or you just you fumble and you almost take a nosedive. that
Or
happens
do take a
a few
nosedive in
times.
my case.
Yeah, and it's like body wasn't ready. No,
I feel you.
and it's just a weird feeling. And so now I wake up and I just lay there and just kind of let my body wake up, then catch up to like my eyes and the rest of my mind, and take a and instill in a nice little ritual to warm up my day and not just kind of just have to go like, oh, I'm late, let me brush my teeth, let me throw on the thing, I'm running now, I'm still half awake.
Catch that bus.
Try to catch that bus. You still trying to wake up while you're at work, and now I'm just chugging like 2-3 cups of coffee just
Thank
to
God
be
for the
alert.
coffee.
So not to have to do that anymore has been
Yeah.
a blessing, and to be able to create and to start this little series we got going on.
Oh yeah, the series.
Yeah, the series, Between Two Souls,
Between
featuring
Two Souls.
Marco Solo and Signature MiMi as Signature Soul.
That's us. That's
Yeah.
us. So what is Between Two Souls gonna be? Like, this is a series that we've been talking about for a while,
Yeah.
and it's coming into fruition slowly and surely, and foundationally the pieces are getting set. But what really is two souls, between two souls?
Yeah. I think, just going back to what Signature Soul is a fusion between, myself and you, Signature MiMi, Marco Solo, and it's what we bring individually and infusing that, polymerization, those Yu-Gi-Oh fans out there. And in that fusion is the sum of what we have individually as our creative spirit. And so that's kind of like the same approach for this little web series, is to bring my passions, what I love, my vibe, and to bring yours as well, and to talk about what's on our mind, what's the current, and what's our creativity, and what's our process, and whatever we want to bring to the table, but to be real about it, and to be authentic, and to be ourselves. So that's pretty much it. That's kind of the foundation. Whatever it becomes, it could be whatever we want. So that's the beauty of Between Two Souls, because when it's two souls intertwining and not tangling up, anything is possible.
I hear that. I love the idea that this is just another manifestation of these evolving spaces. So much that's out there is very regimented, and there's such a confined structure to it. And I think that there's absolutely need for that. And there's a desire for those kind of things too. And I love how we tend to challenge that, and just like going with the ebb and the flow, and to honor and be present with what's alive for us in these moments, and what's sparking our creative juices and our flow, in these moments, and to be growing with our series, you know, just like our poetry, that's and our music, you know, it's ever evolving regardless of when it was time stamped or when we created it, however many years ago. It's still a living and breathing embodiment, and it's ever changing, you know, just like we are. It's ever growing. And so Between Two Souls is again another manifestation of that. It's to show where we are at right here, right now. And I look at it too as an opportunity to kind of archive the places that we've been as we continue to record more episodes.
Yeah, for sure. With just archiving, we have so much material that we still processing to get out.
And sitting on.
Yeah, materials including, you know, hip hop music, spoken word poetry, and everything that falls in between that, and a fusion of that as well.
Reflections and ideas and brainstorms and projects that were trying to get their feet off the ground for a while and have just kind of been laying dormant for right now, or hibernating. And speaking of hibernating, we're going into the womb time of year. You know, the dark mother is upon us, and what a blessing to be able to go in deep and to honor this darkness that's upon us. You know, the change of the seasons is so real. I used to get really devastated this time of year because there was so much darkness, but then I've kind of started thinking about it a little bit differently. Like, oh, what a moment to like recharge. And also, I feel like this is my most active time. I think maybe that's changed since I was younger. But yeah, I find I'm much more active, like mentally, and maybe not as much physically as I think I could be, but definitely just more active mentally and like socially in the ways that I can be during COVID, of course. But it's, I think, a reflection for me of I wasn't born in the Western Hemisphere. I was born in the Eastern Hemisphere of the world. And the seasons are opposite there. And so this is actually like going into the summertime. And so when I am here in the summer in the West, it's very active. And I just feel like as the winter is happening, that's like my summer. And at least my internal bodily summer. It's still very much in tuned with the place that I was born. And so yeah, I'm finding myself feeling more energized during this time of year. And I mentioned that it's my 30 days till 30 countdown. And so I always feel super energized, oftentimes feel super energized around this time of year too, because it's my birthday and I tend to celebrate all month. So just a lot of energy there for sure.
Yeah. I think I got some noise. Let me see. No, that's not it.
Oh.
Still working on the effects.
Got it. I was like, oh.
Like, that's what I was trying to do.
We'll work on that.
Yeah, we'll work on it. It's the pilot right here.
Yeah.
Well, that's a beautiful time right now and kind of wild time to be able to turn into that age in the midst of all that's going on right now. You know, it's not like we could celebrate in the usual fashion.
Yeah, but we're gonna find some way to celebrate. Let's believe that.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's where creativity comes into play.
Yes.
It's how do we be creative and moving forward, and figuring out how to get over these obstacles or these perceived obstacles that we kind of been used to not being there, and now they're present. It's like, oh, we have to actually use our brain and
what does that feel like?
I mean, we talk about people want change, but when stuff changes, like people really
are
reluctant. Yeah.
We say we want change, but do we really want it? I don't know. Is it worth the change?
Yeah. I think people like change that is positive change, of course, but like change that they personally benefit. I feel like change, sometimes it changes for the worse. Sometimes it changes in a not ideal situation where people feel like they could work with that or be comfortable with that kind of change. Like they like change as long as they're still comfortable in that change. But when a change happens, it makes people uncomfortable. It makes people do kind of out of character things, I would say. Or it also brings out, that the real person, their true colors. And that's exactly how this pandemic has been showing a lot of people's true faces.
I want to add to that too, is that change is not a one size fits all. When we talk about change, oftentimes it's like things that are going on in society or things that are going on in the government that we need to change, and that we need to do something differently. And change is not universal. It's not a one size fits all. What needs to change in some systems is not what needs to change in other systems. Or what needs to change in one person is not something that needs to change in another person. Or maybe it's only a little bit of that change that needs to happen, in situation to situation. And so looking at change, how do we expand the consciousness and the awareness around what change could be, and recognize that, again, what's needed for one person or one group of people or one environment is not necessarily what is needed across the board.
Yeah. And so I think for me, that's why what we do and just promoting creativity is to help make that change for ourselves. I feel like creativity is a tool that can help us with that change. And so for us, we've always been kind of like a live gigs, workshop, in person type of creatives. And now that we can't do that, we have to change the way we could share our creativity. And so that's why we have this setup right now to be able to just share our process in doing that. And hopefully that could be helpful for other people who wants to create some sort of their own change and not let the outside environment be the cause of the change, but we be our own cause of the change we want to see.
Yeah, I really dig that.
Thank you. That was just a freestyle, I do.
I miss Freestyle Fridays.
Yeah, Freestyle Fridays. If you drop a beat, let's see if I come up with some bars right now.
You want me to drop a beat?
Yeah, you know how to beatbox?
I could try. But
very rudimentary.
Yeah, I'm a very asymmetrical kind of rhythmic person.
Acapella freestyle.
I can try to keep beat, but man, I have rhythm, but it's very asymmetrical.
Yeah. Oh, we could. All right. How about this? We could do like a acapella kind of like freestyle poem, or just like freestyle poetic speaking.
Let's just try it. Freestyling. We don't have to. We'll just go.
Yeah. Just feed off of each other. In the times of 2020, when the vision is not so clear,
hazy,
foggy, it's misty out there. Are you ready for the terrain? You got your gear on?
Ooh, that rain is coming down harder and harder, cleansing our souls, make us realize the places that we've been, the places that we're longing to go. If only we had a raincoat.
or an umbrella. Gotta pop it open. I gotta share with the kinfolks.
Ooh.
You know, we have to. It's the holiday season. Don't catch me under the mistletoe.
I say, oh.
Unless I'm with the signature, cause it's like we with my me.
Hey. uh, I have to pause because I'm grateful for these moments to laugh.
Yeah.
And
Talk
I'm
about
just one of the things that I'm looking forward to in this next decade is accessing more moments of joy and happiness and laughter, especially those like deep belly laughs, the ones that like
the guffaws and the
yeah, the ones that you're just laughing so hard that you can't breathe and like you feel like you're gonna swallow your tongue.
You like pushing out the air. You ran out of breath.
Those are my favorite laughing moments. I love it. And then your eyes start watering, and it's just like whenever I feel that and am able to access it, it feels like a cleansing. It's just like a kind of like a resetting of my body. And I just find that my body just holds a lot of tension and a lot of stress and a lot of trauma. And those are some of the most comfortable ways to just let it out. You know, like, I mean, I have other outlets. I do a lot of healing through my writing, and I find other ways to release and discharge that energy. However, when it comes to laughing, it's just kind of like, ha! It's just like the floodgates are opening.
Yeah, release the gates.
Yeah. And so I'm looking forward to accessing more of those kind of moments. And I'm not waiting until I turn 30 to start accessing that, of course. But like, that's what I'm looking forward to. It's just more of that those belly laughs and that rumble that comes with that kind of joy.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel like that also it's such a positive vibration within the body, a healing vibration. Yeah, and I feel like laughing keeps us young.
It does.
You know? You ever seen an old person who never like smiles and just got that default scowl, like, and like you try to crack a joke and they're like, they're like, why are you so serious? And they're the one that's the most wrinkly, you know, the most got problems with whatever the blood work is going on, you know, causing, you know, just all sorts of disease. And it's
laugh
like
therapy.
Laugh therapy, laugh healing. And you know, it's been difficult to find moments of laughter, like especially in the media. Because the media is more adept at showing the messed up shit that's going on
and bombarding us with all of that, the grief and the things that are just, you know, toxic and unhealthy. And I don't know, it's like that misery loves company kind of mentality when I look at the news. You know, it's just sharing like all of this sadness and this anger, and it's very, very few moments of happiness that they show or share. I remember watching the 6 o'clock and 6:30 news as a kid. My dad used to love watching the news. And it would be like the last 2 minutes of the entire news show that they would give some little tidbit of like joy, like I don't know, like a dog chasing the mailman or something. Maybe that's not joyful, but
like
you know,
as they leave, like, all right, we're about to conclude our segment. Here's something funny.
Yeah, like here's something that, you know, it can make you laugh or bring you joy after we just bombarded you with all of what's going on in the world that's unhappy or difficult to deal with. Destructive. Like, oh, here's another day in the life of the war overseas or something, you know, or like this is what this messed up politician did in this place, or
Mm-hmm.
this is what's leaking into the ocean.
Ugh. Still.
Still.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely need to be more of a balance in the news
I
and
agree.
in media outlet in general.
Yeah.
Like it's important to know what's going on. But like we don't highlight the good things enough that's going on.
Balance.
Yeah, there needs to be a balance. Just as much for every kind of messed up segment, you gotta share. You gotta share something that balances that out.
Mm-hmm.
That is equal and opposite in the other direction. And so that's really the key to life for me. It's been finding the balance.
Yeah, because if we go the other way too, like too much, like
Too much joy.
yeah, we had a whole conversation on joy the other
Yeah.
day. But yeah, the escapism, you know, and the sensationalism that happens when we focus too much on like the good things, you know, or like optimism. I think that it's healthy to be optimistic. I'm very optimistic with how much time I have, but I'm always running late to everything. But I think it's because I'm optimistic that I think I have all this time to fit.
You're
in
just
my
a creative.
But nonetheless, yeah, focusing too much on like trying to be optimistic or trying to find like the good in everything is can be just as toxic as only looking at the bad in everything. And in my opinion, I think it's so much more fruitful and valuable when we're able to find balance in things that are happy and things that are sad. But then again, I also don't think that it's at these extremes either. Like trying to move away from thinking simply in duality and really just trying to like hold these multiple truths as such truths.
Yeah. True. Because it could be multiple beams on the balance and not just like a seesaw, but there's multiple beams that have to like balance each other out to keep that equilibrium.
I liked how you were explaining it the other day and talking about how you use a Star Wars reference and you're speaking to how with like the Siths and the Jedi.
Oh yeah.
Like if there's ever a buildup on one energy source, then there's going to be a counter source, you know, to rebalance it.
Yeah.
And that's that like struggle that I think we experience in our day to day is like, all right, well, all these things are going well, so what are we gonna do to mess it up, or like what's gonna make us, you know, stumble? And I mean, we can like look for those things and like anticipate them and whatnot, but like it's so fruitful when we're able to like just like, okay, this is happening and this is happening, and here I am trying to find balance in both of these things, hold both of these things as possible truths in this moment. It's there's so much I think one-sidedness that if it drops too hard in that seesaw, it's just gonna bounce the other person like way up, right?
Yeah.
And so have you ever tried to like balance on that seesaw with the other person, where you tried to like see how we can like be in the air at the same time? Have you ever tried that?
No, I was I didn't know that's the thing.
I used to try
both be in the air.
Yeah, we would like try to like lift off at the same time and like see if we could get
it'd be like flat. Like, okay, I see what you mean.
and try to balance.
Ah, dang, that's
It's very tricky.
I had a lame childhood, apparently.
No, it's not as easy as it sounds, because you know people come in different shapes and sizes.
Yeah, different weight. You have to account for the amount of force you push up on the ground. It has to be kind of like equal, and then you have to be of equal weight as well. There's a lot of factors. And then you gotta check the wind. And
oh, the moments on the playground, young learning.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good times.